Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Alex, your food lady, back again with another easy and delicious recipe. Today we are actually going to be focusing on a recipe that doesn't use Tastefully Simple products. And as you all know, as I shared in my last video, I am a Tastefully Simple consultant, but I do cook with ingredients that aren't Tastefully Simple every once in a while, especially for some of those tried, tested, and true recipes. And today we're going to focus on one of those such recipes. However, it's still going to be easy, it's still going to be delicious, and you are still going to sit back and say to yourself, wow, that is one great food lady. So anyhow, let's talk right now about what we're going to be making today. Easy crispy chicken with cream sauce. This would be classified as a light recipe because we are using some low fat, low sodium products to make a recipe that's going to be delicious but is not going to kill the calorie bank. So this is going to serve as your little sneak peek grocery list of what you need to go out and get to make this recipe. Now, let me tell you something. Our last recipe was our easy Bayou Bourbon slow cooker pork chops, and that was a 7-ingredient recipe. And let me tell you something. I scrambled to find a recipe that was only going to be 7 ingredients again because we want to make it easy and I want to get your family back around the kitchen table again. But I did it, 7 ingredients. So here they are. Gather them together, get your notepad out, and then we're going to come back and we're going to show you how to make that recipe. So the first thing you are going to need is a 6 to 8 crackers. I like to use Ritz and I use the reduced fat, and you can also get the low sodium. You can get flavored ones if you want, but for the purpose of this recipe, this is going to be the coating on our chicken. So I like to use Ritz crackers for that, but you can use town crackers. You can use whatever your favorite is. I'd recommend something that crumbles really easily, but it's still going to give you a nice breading for your chicken. We are also going to be using Parmesan cheese. Okay, please get grated, don't get shredded. You're going to need that. You're going to mix that with your topping for your chicken coating. I'm also going to get you to get some chive and onion cream cheese. Now, Philadelphia makes one. Walmart also has one that they make in their brand. If you can find the light, definitely get that one. I couldn't find it today, so I'm going with the regular. But this is going to be the base for our cream sauce for our chicken. Now, just as a fun food fact, heavy whipping cream, which is typically what we use to make cream sauces for chicken, has 88 grams of saturated fat per cup. And for this cream cheese, in the same amount, we are looking at 4.5 grams. So you're looking at just about 1/8 of the fat in cream cheese as opposed to heavy whipping cream. So we're cutting out a large amount of fat right there. You're also going to need some low sodium, reduced fat, or fat-free chicken stock. And whatever sides that you want to have, you're going to use whatever your family would like. My family are partial to green beans. I like to make things really easy on myself, and I buy them already cut, trimmed, and washed. You will pay a little bit more for that, but you know what? If it comes down to getting dinner on the table quickly and healthy food into your kids, this is something I always opt to do. My second side is going to be mashed potatoes, and for those of you who are mashed potato purists, you might want to turn your head at this moment, but we are going to use instant mashed potatoes. I will tell you that my favorite brand is Idahoan. They're the only ones I use, and I think they mash up and fluff up just like real mashed potatoes. So I do like to real mashed potatoes, but when I don't feel like dirtying an egg beater or I don't have potatoes on hand, these serve as a great substitute. Okay. And then last, as far as your kitchen staples are concerned, oh, and I forgot this in the last video too, you're going to need chicken breasts as well. So you're going to need 2 to 3 chicken breasts that we are going to be cutting into chicken cutlets. And then as far as pantry staples, you are going to need oil to cook your chicken in. And let's have a little chat about oil for a second here. We have olive oil and we have vegetable oil here. You are going to be sauteing your chicken in oil. And I will tell you something. I know that lots of you like to use that olive oil, but olive oil does not have a high smoking point, which means once you heat it to a certain temperature, it's going to start to break down and it's going to start to burn. So for the purpose of sauteing meat, we always like to stick with something with a really, really high smoking point. And that will mean a vegetable oil. If you cook with coconut oil, that's a great option. And peanut oil is great as well if you don't have any peanut allergies in your home. So if you've got peanut, coconut, or vegetable oil, that's what you're going to want for this recipe. And then the last pantry staple you're going to need is seasoned salt, or if you don't have seasoned salt, just use good old regular table salt. I use this in my last recipe to season my pork chops, and I'm going to use it to season my chicken. It's our Tastefully Simple seasoned salt, but if you don't have it, just use whatever seasoning you have on hand. If you use Mrs. Dash, that works great too. Okay, so you're going to need to pull together that grocery list, and we're going to be back to show you how to make light crispy chicken with cream sauce.